Hey guys, this is Gabriel Lorenzi, creator of the blog Grupo Dicas, one of the biggest travel blogs in the world, and today I am here to tell you how is Disney California. For those who don't know, there are 2 parks and several attractions, several important tips, applications, the fast track system, the tickets, how to buy, where to buy the cheapest, to know both parks in the same day, to do in one day each park, where I stay, where Disney is. In short, it's a very complete video with all the tips you need to travel and visit Disney California. So guys, don't forget to give the like in the video if you like, subscribe to the channel because that helps us a lot, and that's it, buckle up, let's go. Well, let's go everybody. I wanted to make this video updated, okay, because a lot has changed in these last 2 years at Disney California, so it's a very complete video for you to understand everything in general. We'll make here segmented videos with all attractions and the perfect itinerary for Disneyland, which is the first park in California. The itinerary for the second park do everything segmented, but this video is the general one with the main tips and everything you need to know as soon as possible to plan your trip to Disney. You will hear a lot of people saying Disneyland, Disneyland, Disneyland. What is Disneyland? Actually, in Orlando, there is Disney World, which is the park complex in Orlando. In California, there are 2 parks. The main one is Disneyland, which is California Disneyland Park, which has Sleeping Beauty's Castle, which is the most famous park in California. Only opposite it, along with the complex, there is California Adventure Park. So that's why it causes a little confusion when you say Disneyland. It's the one in California, okay? Disney Orlando does not have Disneyland on the name. So here begins the explanation. Disney California is composed by 2 parks. They are opposite to each other, okay? They are in the same place. If you walk across in 5 minutes, you cross them. So they are 2 parks that are together, so you can understand more or less. I'll mention the 4 or 5 main attractions of each one just to illustrate and for you to have an idea of how each park is, and then I'll enter the general tips for you to enjoy your whole trip there with step-by-step guides for you to save a lot of money and enjoy. So Disneyland Park, which was the first Disney park in the world, is a very iconic park for those who like Disney. It has attractions like Sleeping Beauty's Castle, which is super iconic. It's there in the center of the park. It's a Small World, which is a children's attraction, one of Disney's first and very famous. They have the new Star Wars area, which is Star Wars Edge. Guys, it's sensational. It has several attractions. There is the Millennium Falcon attraction, which is the Star Wars ship, and there is the Rise of the Resistance attraction, which is the main attraction, and today it's the most popular of all. There is also the Haunted Mansion, which is the Haunted Mansion, the Indiana Jones toy. There are several toys of Peter Pan, Pooh Bear, so it's a more magical park, okay? To try to divide a little the 2 parks and for you to visualize well, there are more characters, musical parades, and at night there is a fireworks show that's beautiful, it's amazing. It's worth visiting Disneyland because it's sensational. So now you have understood more or less from the pictures how Disneyland is. So let's go now to Disney Adventure Park. It's also very cool and it's considered more radical. It has more exciting attractions, more radical ones. So it's more an adventures park, as the name says. So the first one is the roller coaster attraction, which you can already see from far away in the picture. It's super beautiful. It has Mickey there in the middle. A very cool and very popular attraction there is the Radiator Springs, which is a car ride, a very cool car race. Now there's also a Spider-Man one, which is sensational. There's a new area that the opens there, the Avengers, which are the heroes, the Avengers, and now it's very cool. There is Spider-Man, which is very cool, and there is also Guardians of the Galaxy that they did where the old Tower of Terror was. So it's a little bit more adventurous park, made for older kids, adults, but in our opinion both are worth a visit, okay? Both parks are very cool, they complement each other very well, and they are super worth visiting. I'm sure you would love it. And then we go to the general tips, okay? First tip, Gabriel, but can I do both parks in the same day? How does it work? You can buy with Disney the ticket for one day, the hopper that you can go out and enter the other park, but it's very busy. Nowadays there are a lot of attractions. You will have to leave a lot of things behind. You will have to rush to one park. You can only leave it after 1 o'clock to go to the other one when you buy the ticket for both parks. So you will have to go very early, arrive at 8 in the morning in one park, enjoy quickly, and then go to the other one after 1 in the afternoon, run again. It's a lot. If you want to see it and don't mind leaving things behind, you can do it, but our recommendation is focus on one of the parks, or if you can, which is the best option of all, take 2 days, okay? So you can enjoy a whole park in one day and the other day enjoy the other one. It's the best option. You will enjoy the whole day. You will see that there are a lot of attractions, a lot of things, and that's very worthwhile to do the both parks. You would have a lot of fun. And now let's talk about how to get to Disney California. It's in Anaheim. It's hard to pronounce, folks. Anaheim. So I don't know, each person speaks in a different way. It's a small town near Los Angeles. Okay, it's a 40-50 minute drive. Generally, who is in Los Angeles is making the trip through California with a rental car, so it's easier to get there. There's no secret, but there are many hotels nearby. So if you're going to do 2 days in the park, it's very nice to stay in a hotel, or you can stay just 1 day just to sleep, or you can stay 2 so you can arrive calmly, and the next day you can go to the park, and the day after that you can go to the other one so you can enjoy it. Okay, there are several hotels around that are Disney hotels that in our opinion are very expensive and not worth it, because you will be in the park all day. So there are other very cheap hotels around the park. Within a 5-minute walk there is one that we stayed in that's very nice. The price was very good. The hotel is clean, organized, and we walk for 6 minutes, 7 minutes, and we arrive at Disney. I'll even leave here below, guys, in the description of the video, the link to this hotel. Okay, it's a very good hotel. We ended up staying there for 2 nights and we were able to enjoy both parks very well. If you're a fan, the 3-day ticket, you will see that it gets a little more expensive. So if you dilute the price, the tickets get cheaper. The more days you take, try to enjoy 3 days because it's worth it. There are a lot of cool things, and if you're a fan, you can also enjoy the 3 days in the park doing everything you need to do. Who is going to do the round trip? You can take an Uber, a Lyft, a cab from Los Angeles. It will take a while, or go with the car if you have the car, okay? If you're going to rent a car and you haven't rented yet, there's a very good site before you go to the rental companies and see the car directly. Go to this site. It's a very good site. I'll leave it here below in the description and in the comments all the links that I'll mention here on the video. It's a car rental comparator. It compares all car rental companies in Los Angeles and finds amazing prices. It's the cheapest place that we have ever seen in our lives. We only use it and it has been for about 5-6 years. It's the cheapest and easiest place to rent a car. Take a look there. Now let's talk about the application, folks. Disney has a very cool application. Both Disney in Orlando, Disney in Paris, and Disney in California are no different. There's a very good application for the cell phone. Download it, create your Disney account because you will use it for almost everything during your trip. It has a map of the park, restaurant reservations, the park pass, which is a very important item that I'll tell you about now. You have to reserve the park in order to visit. All this is done through the application. So download it, get started, create your account, understand how it works, and there you will have access to all Disney tools. There's also another tool inside, that's the Disney Genie, which we'll comment on here, the queue holder. It's the system for you to not queue up at the toys. It's very good and very worthwhile for you to use it. I'll explain it to you here, but in general the application is very easy and intuitive, guys. An important tip now, in the old days you had to buy the ticket in advance, because when you buy the ticket you receive the email with the code, put this code in your account, in your application that you downloaded, and then it links your ticket to your account, and that's where you can make reservations, organize your trip, register your credit card to make purchases at the park, a lot of things. So it was always to buy your ticket beforehand. Now after the pandemic there was a new new Disney rule where you have to reserve your park. So you went on the website, you bought the Disney tickets for August 10th, for example, you need to reserve the park. There is no point in having these tickets and getting there at the time. You will be prevented if you have not made the park pass, which is the park reservation. So buy the tickets as soon as possible, register in your account, and then you will enter park pass, which is the park reservation, and then you can reserve the day. August 10th I'm going to Disneyland, August 12th I'm going to Adventure Park. But you need to make a reservation now, and the big thing is, people, there are days when there's no more dates. The parks are selling out, there are people buying tickets and not being able to make reservations. So that's why buy in advance. As soon as you can buy your ticket, so you don't have any problems. You can go to your park, you can reserve your park and schedule the way you go. Guys, any questions you may have about the trip, send them to me and I'll really try to answer them, okay? The messages are a little piled up, but I like it. Sometimes it's days late, but I answer. You can send it, and it's even easier. Add me on Instagram at @PyLorenzi and then send me a direct message that I try to help you, and then you can follow us because we are always traveling around the world trying to show travel tips in a very nice way. And now we are living in Orlando, so we are showing the routine for two little ones here who are a blast. Our visits to the Disney parks, outlets. There is our new channel, Familia Lorenzi, which is a channel where we show our daily life. It's very cool. So follow us on Instagram, subscribe to the Lorenzi family channel too, and I'm sure you're gonna love the content. Now about the tickets, where to buy the tickets. Many people think right away to buy on Disney's website. It's one of the ways, okay? But what we recommend, there are other sites that are cheaper. Sometimes there are national sites from the country you live in that sell in the local currency. You will not pay the international currency rate, exchange, the IOF, that influences a lot. The tickets are not cheap, okay? For you to have an idea, just from above, okay, people, it varies a lot, but I'll give you more or less an idea. The ticket for one day in the park, if you want to go only one day, is around $150, sometimes up to $160, and if you buy the 2-day ticket, it costs $250. Half of that will be $125 each day, so it's an expressive value. You can multiply it by the number of people. If you have a big family, it's not cheap, and there are still things that you will spend there, so the tip is to save money. There are sites, I'll leave here below in the comments, a very good one, which is the one we always buy tickets from. It always has the best prices and you won't pay the IOF, the American taxes. We just compared it with the official Disney site. The prices are already cheaper, $10 cheaper, and there is not the 6% IOF that you would pay at Disney because it's an international purchase. Because here it's in our currency, the service was in our language, and we had several discounts and we got a very nice discount coupon with them. I'll leave it here below as well. You can put it there at the end of the purchase and still get a discount on top. So in the end, guys, it was more than $30 difference per ticket for a 2-day ticket for one person. If you're traveling with more people, do the math there. So there are actually cheaper places for you to save with the tickets. You just have to research a little and see what's best. And now explaining the Disney Genie. What is it, folks? It's the old Fast Pass. For many years, Disney had the Fast Pass, which is a system where you had the option to choose the attraction that you wanted for free and choose the time. You went to that attraction at the time, you didn't get in line, and you went through a door that was Fast Pass with no line, and you went to your toy. Disney changed that. It's no longer called Fast Pass. It's now called Disney Genie Plus. That's nice, Disney Genie Plus. So within the app, when you log into the app, you will already have the Disney Genie. Disney Genie is free, okay guys, you can log into it. It is the system that Disney has set up to optimize your day in the park. You will answer there, it will ask you which attractions you like the most. You can put it there, Radical Princesses, this, that, you put more or less your tastes on a form and it organizes the itinerary for you. It looks for the closest attractions with the fewest lines. It tries to optimize the time. In theory, it's beautiful, fantastic, but in practice sometimes it doesn't work very well. They give you some wrong information, closed attractions, the schedules don't match very well, so always research and make your own itinerary, okay? But it's getting better and it's getting interesting. Inside Disney Genie, there's the Disney Genie Plus, which you can choose and buy. It's a combo of attractions. Each park has an average of 8 to 11 attractions included. You pay $20 per person per day, and then you have access to these attractions in the park without queuing, okay? The day you get there, starting at 7 o'clock in the morning, when you enter the park, you can already buy your Disney Genie Plus and you can start booking it. So you pay this value, you enter the application, and you can get everything you want in the time you want. So for example, if you want the Peter Pan at 10 in the morning, so there, no line, then you go to Peter Pan and oh, I want it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, this attraction with no line. I think it's worth it, especially in high seasons on crowded days, because you save a lot of travel time. It's very useful and you really escape from really long lines. So this is the system. It's the Disney Genie Plus. It's kind of complex because it has just changed. I'm trying to explain it in the best way possible. So this is a paid system. You pay $20 for a combo of attractions that are not the most popular ones. They are cool attractions, but they are not the top attractions. And then separate from that, Disney created Lightning Lane, which is an option that you can buy 3 attractions, which are the top attractions and the most popular ones at Disneyland and Adventure Park. You can buy them separately. It's another thing. So for example, the attractions that are included from Lightning Lane in these 3 are the one with the cars, Radiator Spring Racers, the Spider-Man one, Spider-Man Adventure, and also Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, which a new one, folks. It's a sensational attraction. So these 3, when you enter the park, enter Disney Genie Plus, you will see the option of the 3 written there. If you want today, there is Star Wars at 2:30 in the afternoon for $12. It's a one-time thing, okay? And you buy it, you pay $12. It's from $8 to $20. It varies a lot with the lines, with the park, the season, but you can buy 2. There's a limit of 2, I don't know why, of these 3 attractions per day. So you can go in there and buy Star Wars, go in there and buy the one with the cars. You will buy them separately, okay? So these 3 are on one side, the others are with the Disney Genie Plus with that fixed amount of $20, okay? So it's a little bit complicated, but if you understand this, you will be able to optimize it right there on the spot. Arrive early, folks, arrive early for you to enjoy it well, all the things in the park. And a very important tip is the rope drop. What does the rope drop mean? If it's written on the app that the park, always use the app. There are opening, closing times, shows, everything, okay guys? If the park is going to open at 9 o'clock in the morning, if you get there at the ticket office at the turnstile at 8:30, they will let you in. You can enter the park at 8:30 from main streets to the front of the castle, and then they will still be closed with a rope. The areas of the park that have the attractions, they have the toys, they only release this part, we will already be there. Then when it's 9 o'clock, the opening time, the ropes drop. That's why it's called rope drop, and then you can go straight to the attractions. This first hour of the park, folks, is very important. It's the golden hour of the park. Sometimes you can do 3, 4 attractions because it's still very empty. So our recommendation, arrive very early as possible, and use this 1 hour. Arrive early at the rope drop. Be ready there, get ready for the environment, and when the rope drops is over, go to the most popular attractions, see which ones you want the most, see the most popular ones so you can take advantage of them. This saves you a total of about 2 hours of line time, so focus on that. Take the 2 most popular attractions, go soon. You will see that you will enjoy it quickly and you will be able to have the park a little more relaxed afterwards. And the last tip, stay until the end because there is the fireworks show, guys. During the day in the park, there are several shows, parades where the characters go by. It's pretty cool. In the app, you can see all of this, but at the end of the day, usually around 9 p.m., there's the fireworks show. There are so many fireworks shows at Disneyland, and also a very cool show of colors there near Mickey's roller coaster at Adventure Park. So do some research, get organized because it's sensational. And these were the general tips to try to help you a little bit to understand how is Disney, how to enjoy the trip better. And now I'll make a separate video of Disneyland and Adventure Park, the perfect itinerary to do there, each attraction, which way to go, where to eat. I'll give you all the tips, okay? But in other videos, because this video here would be huge. And that's it, guys. Here below I'll leave all the links that I mentioned in the video, okay? I'll also leave the chip for you to use yourself on on abroad, which is very good. We use it a lot. Travel insurance is very important. There is a comparator like the car rental comparator. There is one that compares all travel insurance companies and find cheap international travel insurance and several other useful links for your trip. And that's it. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you like it, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel because that really helps us a lot. And be sure to watch the other videos that are very good. I'll leave the coolest one up here, folks. It's a complete step-by-step guide that we have put together with all the tips for you to save money on everything on your trip, and below is here the playlist with all the other videos for you to watch. And that's it, guys. Thank you very much and have nice trips.